You don't lack motivation. You lost connection. Connection with yourself. Connection with meaning. Connection with a reason to move forward. And without that, everything feels heavy. Even small things. You wake up, and you already feel tired. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. You look at your tasks, and they feel bigger than they actually are. Simple things feel difficult. Easy things feel exhausting. And slowly, you start asking yourself, why am I like this? Why can't I just get up and do things? Why do I feel so unmotivated? And the worst part is, you compare yourself. You see others working hard, moving forward, achieving things, and you think, they have motivation. I don't. But that is not the truth. The real truth is deeper. And once you understand it, everything starts to make sense. Motivation is not something you have or don't have. Motivation is something that appears when certain conditions are present and disappears when those conditions are missing. So the real question is not, how do I get motivation? The real question is, what is blocking my motivation? Let's understand this slowly. Your brain does not like wasting energy. It is designed to save effort, to avoid unnecessary work. So before doing anything, your brain asks a simple question. Is this worth it? If the answer is clear, you feel motivated. If the answer is unclear, you feel resistance. This is why you can watch videos for hours, but struggle to do one important task, because your brain sees clear reward in one and unclear reward in the other. Let me explain in a simple way. Motivation equals meaning plus clarity plus energy. If one of these is missing, motivation drops. If all three are missing, motivation disappears. Let's break this down. First, meaning. If something feels meaningless, your brain will resist it, even if it's important. Even if you should do it, your brain needs a reason, a real reason, not just pressure, not just expectation, but a personal connection. Without meaning, everything feels empty. Second, clarity. If you don't know where to start, you don't start. If a task feels confusing, you delay it, because your brain avoids uncertainty. It wants clear steps, clear direction, clear path. Without clarity, you feel stuck. Third, energy. Even if you have meaning, even if you have clarity, if your body is tired, your mind will not move. Low sleep, stress, overthinking, all of this drains your energy. And without energy, motivation cannot exist. Now think about your life. Is your work meaningful to you? Do you have clarity in your goals? Do you have enough energy daily? If the answer is no, then it makes sense why motivation is low. It's not your fault. It's your system. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Kevin. Kevin used to be motivated. Very motivated. He had goals, dreams, plans. He worked hard. He felt alive. But over time, things changed. Life became routine. Work became repetitive. Days became similar. And slowly, his motivation disappeared. He still had responsibilities. He still had tasks. But he didn't feel like doing them. He delayed things. He avoided work. He spent hours doing nothing. And every night, he felt guilty. He told himself, tomorrow I will change. But tomorrow came, and nothing changed. Do you want me to continue the story or move to the next idea? Kevin thought he was lazy. That was his biggest mistake, because he started blaming himself. And when you blame yourself, you lose even more energy. But the truth was different. Kevin was not lazy. He was disconnected. Disconnected from meaning. Disconnected from clarity. Disconnected from energy. Let's go deeper into a situation. His work no longer excited him. It felt like obligation, not purpose. So meaning was missing. His goals were unclear. He didn't know what he really wanted. So clarity was missing. And he was always tired. Late nights. Stress. Too much thinking. So energy was low. All three were missing. And without these, motivation cannot exist. One day, Kevin had a simple realization. He stopped asking, why am I so unmotivated? and started asking, what is missing in my life? That question changed everything, because now he was not blaming himself. He was understanding himself. He started small, very small. He didn't try to fix everything. He focused on one thing: energy. He fixed his sleep. He reduced screen time. He started walking daily. At first, it felt pointless, but slowly, his energy improved. And when energy improved, something interesting happened. He felt a little more willing to act. Then he worked on clarity. He wrote his goals. Not big goals. Simple ones. What do I want in the next 3 months? What matters to me right now? And for the first time, he had direction. Not perfect, but clear enough. And then, he worked on meaning. He connected his tasks to something bigger. Not just work, but growth. Not just routine, but progress. And slowly, his motivation came back. Not suddenly, not magically, but gradually, because he fixed the foundation. Now listen carefully, because this is important. Motivation is not the starting point. It is the result of the right conditions. So stop waiting to feel motivated. Instead, create conditions where motivation can grow. Let's make this practical. If you feel no motivation, do this. First, increase your energy. Sleep better. Move your body. Reduce mental noise. Energy is the base. Second, simplify your tasks. Don't think big. Think small. Instead of, I need to finish everything, say, I will start with one small step. Small steps reduce resistance. Third, find personal meaning. Ask, why does this matter to me? Not to others. Not to society. To you. Because personal meaning creates real motivation. Fourth, remove pressure. Too much pressure kills motivation, because it creates fear. And fear stops action. So, be kind to yourself. You're not a machine. You are human. Let's go deeper into something powerful. Most people believe, I need motivation to act. But the truth is, action creates motivation. When you start, even in a small way, your brain sees progress. And progress feels good. And that feeling creates motivation. So don't wait to feel ready. Start before that. Even if it's small. Even if it's imperfect. Because movement creates energy. And energy creates more movement. This is how you break the cycle. Let's come back to Kevin. Months later, his life was not perfect, but it was different. He felt more in control, more aware, more connected. He still had low days, but he understood them. He didn't panic. He didn't blame himself. He adjusted. And that made all the difference, because now, he was not fighting himself. He was working with himself. And that is the key. You don't need to force motivation. You need to understand yourself. Understand your energy, your meaning, your clarity. And when these align, motivation appears naturally. Now listen. This might change how you see yourself. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not incapable. You are just misaligned. And alignment can be fixed. Slowly, gently, step by step. So, stop judging yourself. Stop comparing yourself. Stop forcing yourself. Instead, observe, understand, adjust. Because your mind is not your enemy. It is just responding to your environment. And if you change the environment, your mind will follow. So, today, don't wait for motivation. Create it. With small actions. With better energy. With clear direction. Because your future is not waiting for motivation. It is waiting for your next step. And that step can start right now.